Hi, my name is Eric Reeves, and this is my final presentation for CS6460. This is my forklift simulator. Forklift accidents, according to OSHA, are quite significant each year. There are approximately 160 major accidents each year, and major accidents result in either the death or hospitalization of one or more people. In addition to these, there are approximately 6,200 minor accidents each year involving forklifts. So clearly, safety measures are required, and the way this safety training is typically provided to the operators is through several different courses that are available online. Now these courses can include classroom lectures, reading material, possibly videos for the operators to watch, and they typically accumulate with quizzes. All of these methods are very passive learning methods where the operator doesn't actively participate in the learning. So during my research, I studied andragogy and discovered that teaching adults is very different from teaching younger students. Adults have transitioned from things that they ought to know to learning things that they need to know. And because of this transition, adults require their learning to contain different things than children do. Adults require the learning to be relevant to them and applicable to their work life or home life. They require the learning to allow them to apply their experience because they have considerably more worldly experience than a student learner. Additionally, they want the learning to be under their own control. They need to be in charge. And finally, the learning has to have well-defined goals so that they know what they are trying to accomplish. So with that in mind, Forklift Simulator was designed to impart the safety training that is required for forklift operation to an adult audience. In order to facilitate this, the forklift simulator has realistic 3D models of a forklift, a warehouse, and all accompanying items that you would typically find in a warehouse, as well as humanoid models walking around in random patterns, simulating coworkers. There is a clear list of tasks that the operator has to complete, and the operator has the freedom to control the forklift and do whatever they want in the pursuit of trying to accomplish their goals. Additionally, there are underlying safety techniques, which is where the humanoid creatures come into play. If you run over a worker, then that is considered a failure for the simulator, and you have to start over. So with that said, let's actually take a look at the simulator. Now, Forklift Simulator runs in a browser, and we've gone ahead and started it here. So you start with a side view of the forklift, and here is your task list. You can see at this point that we only have one task, and that is to check the air pressure in the left rear tire. So in order to do that, you would click on that tire, and you can see if you click anywhere else on the forklift, nothing happens. Pressing keys on the keyboard, nothing occurs. But if we click on that tire, then we are taken to the driver's seat of the forklift. Now, a couple things to note here. There is our coworker wandering around aimlessly that we need to avoid. Here is our task list that has now changed. The task now is to move a pallet between two other pallets. So here's our starting pallet, and these are the two goal pallets that we want to get in between. And here's our forklift. Now, in order to control the forklift, you would use the arrow keys on the keyboard. Up moves it forward, down moves it backwards, along with triggering a beeping sound to warn everybody that you're backing up. Now, when you're moving, pressing right and left will turn the forklift. You can be moving either backwards or forwards to do that. And in order to raise the forks, you would press I. To lower them, you would press K. And then to tilt the arms back, you would press L, and to tilt them forward, you would press J. So let's go ahead and control the forklift. Now, as I mentioned, one of the underlying safety goals for the simulator is to not run over your coworkers. So to demonstrate that, we will go ahead and attempt to run over our coworker here. As you can tell, he seems to be rather angry. He's just walking around aimlessly, yelling at people. So you'll see if we run into him, it will send you to an end screen letting you know what you did wrong and that you can refresh the page to try the simulator again. So we will go ahead and do that now. One of the current limitations of the forklift simulator is that it does take quite a while to load. So we will go ahead and skip this part. Now that we have the simulator reloaded, we will go ahead and try to accomplish the task. The first thing I want to note is that pressing M will bring the overhead map up for the user. There's the forklift, there's the initial pallet, and there's the goal, and there's our angry little coworker. So let's go ahead and move the pallets into place. Now, the forklift is intentionally slow in order to both simulate an actual forklift as well as giving the operator the proper reaction time should anything start to go wrong. So as we get closer, you will see that the boxes are coming into view. And now we can go ahead and lower the boxes. It looks like we aren't quite close enough, so we'll move forward just a little bit, and then we'll set them back down. And you can see that since we completed the goal, we are taken to our summary screen that lists that we did complete the one goal that we had, as well as giving the option to reload the page and start again. So that is the forklift simulator.